I didn't do it, bro. Who are you? Who's that child?
You're all here. Good.
I didn't
I'll keep this
do
brief.
anything.
We are under attack from Lemurian forces. It is your duty to defend your panopticon. Refusal is not an option.
What's with the kid? What is this? Bring your daughter to work day?
What?
My bad.
Watch your mouth, or you'll be picking up your teeth.
Yuck. Natalia, who is this?
What is it? Worm?
Worm. What is it?
Uwe didn't
Worm.
introduce you?
We haven't talked to Uwe in a while.
This is Elfrida Cabrera. Be aware that she outranks you.
What up? Oh, so she's a sinner?
This is my daughter.
Oh. Who's the woman? Who's the wife? Who have you been piping, Uwe? Tell us.
What?
Who have you been giving deep strokes to?
You're kidding me!
You think Uwe's a passionate lover? I don't know. I feel like he's kind of closed off and reserved, but maybe that means he reveals
If I
himself
told you,
in those
it would have
moments.
spoiled the fun.
He's not working his posture. Look at his neck, bro. My gosh. That's what the battlefield does to you.
Are you quite finished?
I hate your fit too. Why so bottom heavy? Just like your daddy. Just like your daddy. What do you got them
Good.
big
For this
boots
operation,
for?
you will be split into 2 platoons.
Good, bro. 2.4 M's. No, you ain't good. Hey, you black too. Yeah, on that note, I don't want to hear that person. I don't want to hear anything you got to say. Let's go ahead, bro.
Everybody okay? Give me a sit rep on Natalia's platoon.
Checking unit status.
Dead.
Survival confirmed. All sectors succeeded in repelling enemy assault. Casualty level acceptable.
What's acceptable
Guess that
mean?
means you know who kept his nose out of this one. That's something at least.
Don't tell me you've never heard of Abel.
No.
Ever heard the phrase, know your enemy? You need to sharpen up, and fast. Abel's Ho-Rise trump card. He's the toughest sinner anyone's ever seen. They even say he wiped out a whole con, single-handed. He lives to fight, so whenever any of Ho-Rai's allies take to the battlefield, he's liable to make an appearance. And if Ho-Rai themselves are behind him, you'd better pray.
Sorry. Is he really that powerful?
Afraid so. And that's before you take into account the fact that the guy has his own personal abductor.
Ooh.
It's one of the 3 prototypes. Word is, they're the original models all the other abductors are based on. This thing uses tech way beyond anything our lab rats can come up with. Damn thing can't be damaged by any weapon we got. They call it Red Rage.
It's not a very cool name.
That's about all we know. Our guys have
That
gone up
doesn't,
against
that's
them
like,
and
oh my
make it back
god,
to
Red
tell the
Rage, I
tale.
can't wait to see it. No,
Anyway,
I don't think
enough
so.
of the scary stuff.
Well, like, either your leg's been broken before or you
I'm
just
about
got
to
some
issue
dick.
3 operations in order to try and counter the current Horion threat.
So, was stuff not on fire?
You'll be taking part in all 3. Refusal is not an option.
There was fire in my cell.
I'll be joining you on the next one. Put a failure on my record, and you'll regret it.
Oh, so you're not the slave master. You are the slave supervisor. That's also a slave.
One more thing.
I got
Elfrida
you.
has submitted a declaration of willingness to cooperate with you. You can add her to your team now if you wish. Dismissed.
Alright, bro. Come on. Do a little dance number. But then you stay right here,
Contribution to the
right? We'll say
permit granted. Please continue to serve the Panopticon.
you stay here. No. Yeah. 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 No.
Center surveillance is not to be lifted under any circumstances.
But you said. But I got the thing. That's not fair.
Greetings, sinners.
That's not fair though. I did. Forgot I was a slave. My bad.
I am sorry to bother you. I just wanted to ask you something.
What's up? What's the
It's
matter?
my father. I cannot seem to find out anything about him. About where he went.
I don't know anything about your daddy.
I am afraid I am at rather a loss as to what to do. I wondered if you might have any ideas.
I mean, I guess you could ask around,
Well,
but
yes. I thought about doing so too, but Julian told me I mustn't.
right, they'd start asking questions.
He was worried that such inquiries
Yeah.
might draw attention from the authorities.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
And besides, what am I to ask them? I have very little to tell except what I remember of his appearance, and that his name is Cesare.
What? Did someone say Cesare? I know old Cesare.
I think that boy's just drunk, man. Nah, I think he's just drunk. Are you serious?
What's that? Of course I'm serious. Tall bloke, snappy dresser, didn't like high places, if you know what I mean.
Oh my! You knew him! You really knew my father!
Oh, I knew him all right. Better than I knew my own father.
What can you tell us about him?
Well, he was definitely a bloke.
Yeah, okay. I feel like you bullshit.
And,
right.
He was.
Mm-hmm. Take your
He
time.
was.
Hello? Excuse me?
You know, passed out. Look at how far his back is bending down. You know how much alcohol you need to be able to just let yourself do that? Yep. Yep. There it is.
Can he really be talking about my father, I wonder? We have to wake him up! Oh, another operation. I suppose there is little more we can do here for now. We will have to come back later.
My milk mania is wearing off, I gotta be honest. I don't want to find your father. For what? What do I get out of this? I paid 13,000 points for you to not be around me anymore. I demand... I don't know what I did, honestly. See what Julian wants. I don't know, man.
Ah, there you are.
Hi, Julian. What's going on,
Well,
brother?
I've been doing some more digging into why Beatrice was being held. I wanted to give you an update. The news is that there is no news. I literally can't find a single piece of data anywhere that might tell me what their intentions were. Nothing about why they were holding you. Nothing about what they were trying to find out. In fact, there isn't a single record that attests to you ever having been held captive. Clearly, there's something very odd going on here, Beatrice. Is there nothing you can think of that might explain all this?
I
am afraid I really have no idea at all.
Okay, understood. I suppose I'll just have to keep plugging away.
I am sorry to be such a burden. Yes, I suppose I do! Ever since my father first introduced me to Willow and abductors, I have been investigating and researching and dreaming. I love abductors
I wouldn't be listening to this conversation for real. If I was in this situation, I'm not listening now.
Operation successful. Following OPS post-engagement report.
It made us work for that one. Rolling. Julian, what's up, man? More about her daddy?
Good, you're here. I found out something that could be of interest. Well, as I'm sure you know, everything you sinners do is recorded, and the data is transmitted to the authorities.
Right. Don't call us that. You can't call us that, bro.
Now,
only we can call ourselves
older data,
that.
which is deemed to be of little immediate interest, is stored in a restricted sector of level 4 of the cell
I just
guard.
thought about something.
In other words, that sector contains a whole wealth
no.
of information about sinners from times past.
Which means we're gonna have to go get it.
Well, do you remember how we registered Beatrice as a sinner? It occurred to me that perhaps someone had done something similar in the past. Like when a certain other sinner appeared out of nowhere, for example. What I'm saying is that we might be able to uncover something in those old records that will lead us to your father.
Right. Huh?
Yes, we must. We absolutely must.
Okay, here's the passcode you'll need. That should get you where you need to go. See what you can find. Just make sure you keep your wits about you. It's a restricted area after all.
Come, we must hurry. I will go on ahead.
I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a stealth moment. Jesus.
There you are. I believe this is the terminal we are looking for. Shall we take a look?
Yeah, let's do it. CESARE. I mean, there's no. Well, no. She said she was told that he went to this panopticon. So maybe it makes sense that
Perhaps there is
if
nothing
there's
here
something,
after
it should
all.
be here.
Or perhaps we are not looking in the right place.
No, I don't give up. Let's think about this.
Have you thought of something? $2,419 matching records. I see. So you searched the data related to transmissions made during operations. Of course. My father may have been registered under a false name, but some of his comrades must have called him by his real name. Yes, we must give this to Julian to look at.
Oh.
Ah, so you found some data on Beatrice's father. That was some good thinking. It makes perfect sense that he would be registered under a false name.
There's no way you can tell me AI was not somehow involved in this game. I think it's heavily involved in this game. Come on, bro. That was some good thinking. It makes perfect sense that he would be registered under a false name. Come on.
I'm sorry, Beatrice. I really should have thought of that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Beatrice. Fuck off.
Anyway, let's take a look at this data, shall we? Here we go. Well, the records of this person they're calling CESARE in the battle transcripts just stop after a certain point, but there's no record of him having passed away. And here's the really interesting thing. It's always the same sinner who's recorded calling him CESARE. It seems this sinner accompanied CESARE on pretty much every operation he undertook. And there's another thing. More than half the operations this pair were signing up for were issued by the very same citizen. I mean, that's pretty unusual, wouldn't you say? Getting most of your operations from the same citizen.
What was the citizen called?
Kasumi Sato D. She's registered as a sinner now, not a citizen. That's really rather unusual. She's a Code 6 sinner, and I can confirm that she's still signing up for operations. Unfortunately, you haven't got the clearance you need to visit level 6 yet.
So I gotta get level 6.
This citizen... what kind of relationship did she have with my father?
Well, I suppose they worked very closely together. I'm sure they must have been very fond of one another. What a complete idiot. I'm so sorry.
What? She mad her daddy got another woman in his life? They were probably having sex. Whoa.
Oh no, terrible news. A rival panopticon is attacking our lovely colony. Come on, sinners. It's time to show how much you really love your panopticon. It's time to give you up for joy and prosperity. Let's join together and fight as one big, happy family. Protect your home and slay our enemies for the greater good.
We are under attack by Lemurian forces.
Always showing that little bit of stomach.
You're coming with me to fight them off. The good news is that this operation will count as your Code 5 exam. The operation has been issued and assigned. Make your preparations and sign up. We're headed for the desert. Let's move!